Hey guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm actually at my daughter's out here in Cali. I was outside actually shooting some videos earlier, but you can't really see the computer screen. The sun feels fantastic. Seems like it's been forever since I felt some weather like this, and it is really, really nice. Heck, I might try and go get in the hot tub later on tonight. But anyway, something that I absolutely positively love, something that drives me, is when people tell me you can't do it. When I first started doing YouTube, people said you're too old. You don't know how to use a computer. You definitely don't know how to use a camera. You're just not going to make it. Now, I'm not going to say I've made it on YouTube, but I got a couple of subscribers. There's 3 or 4. And that's what drives me, is that people say you can't. Or when people tell you you're an idiot and you don't know what you're talking about. That makes me want to move heaven and earth to prove them wrong. And what I was saying in a video not that long ago was the Dallas Cowboys have $6 million, basically $6.5 million in cap room left right now. And they said, you don't know what you're talking about. We got $27 million in cap room. We had $47 million at the beginning of the league year. What are you talking about? You're an idiot. Am I? Am I really an idiot? Or have you just not been paying attention to what the Dallas Cowboys have been doing? I use Over the Cap. Some people use Sports Track, which is another real good one. Basically, they have it, pretty close to the same numbers. And understanding the cap is like, you need to be a mathematician. But here's the thing. Right now, let's see if we can see the computer here. That's part of the reason why I came inside here. Hopefully. I'm not home with my man cave where we can really do this stuff. But what you'll see here is, you'll see our total cap liabilities for this season. Let me blow it up a little more. At $204 million. Our top 51 are $89 million. And our cap space that's left over right now is $6.377 million. Understand that every time that we sign somebody, it costs money. So from that 47 that we had, DeMarcus Lawrence counted for 0 of that money. DeMarcus Lawrence did not have a contract that was part of that money until he got the franchise tag. He was technically a free agent until we put the tag on him. So that $20.51 million immediately came off the top. That drops us to 27. Just like that one player. So when you start thinking about if we had signed, say, Earl Thomas and $13 million, all of a sudden we would have been down to 14, which is why, the bottom line, why we didn't get him. But understand, as we go down through here, we signed Robert Quinn. With incentives, his contract could be worth as much as $11.8 million. That came off of that $47 million. And as we go on down through here, let's see. We saved a little bit of money for Sean Lee by basically taking a pay cut. So we actually added some there. But you've got Randall Cobb, who again, it's another $4.5 million cap hit that we've added to the roster. Oh, and Jason Witten, that wasn't part of that $47 million either. So Jason Witten with incentives is another $4.2 million. And as we keep on going through, we decided to bring Cam Fleming back, and with incentives, he's another $2.2 million. Keep on going down. Remember we signed Christian Covington? $1.6 million. And we brought back Tavon Austin, $1.3 million. And let's see, where else do we have? Okay. Where was our tight end that we re-signed? He's in here someplace. I can't remember. But anyway, he's like $800,000. So when you start putting all those numbers together, all of those guys, D-Law, Robert Quinn, Randall Cobb, Jason Witten, Cam Fleming, Christian Covington, and Tavon Austin, all that money comes out of that $47 million, which is why, because you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, what are we going to do? We still haven't paid Amari Cooper. We haven't extended his contract. We haven't got a long-term deal for DeMarcus Lawrence. Damn. We got Dak Prescott we got to pay. Oh, man. Then there's Zeke Elliott. There's Byron Jones. What are we going to do, man? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, here's what you're going to do. Here's the thing. If we go through and we look at 2020, the cap space that we have is $116 million. Sounds like a lot, and it is a lot compared to where we usually are 25 million over. Here's what you do. As we go through and go back to this, bottom line is this. DeMarcus Lawrence is 20.57. If you do finally get a long-term deal done, and I think they will, depending on how much of it is guaranteed money, that money is prorated through the life of the contract. So if you give him, let's say, $70 million on a 5-year deal, $70 million guaranteed, divide 70 by 5, which is 15 million. Is that right? We'll say 75 million. So that's 15 million. Is that right? Yeah, 15 million. So you could say 70, or actually, let's say it's 50 million guaranteed. Let's make it easier. 50 million guaranteed, you're writing a check for him, $50 million today, boom, you're done, right? Divide that 50 million by 5 years of the contract. That's 10 million a year that costs you for that signing bonus. Well, the first year you can go ahead and say, you know what? We're going to pay you $1 million. So his cap hit is then only $11 million, thus giving you $9.5 million of relief for this year. Amari Cooper, $13.924 million. Same thing. You give him about a $70 million deal, guaranteed money, you can reduce this number to about $8 million, saving about $5 million right there. Then you go down through, and then you start doing and thinking about some of the bloodletting. There's going to be some of these players that aren't going to be on the roster. Bottom line, it's just the way it is. There's always some guys like Dez Bryant. He decided we're better off taking the hit on Dez Bryant and saving the money. I'm not saying that we should do any of these guys, okay? So Miss Jackie, don't hit me about Alan Hearns. I love Alan Hearns. His mother's doing great work, got a new book and everything out there. The fact that that guy literally had his leg ripped off and still held onto the football, to me, says a hell of a lot. And you hate for somebody to get injured and lose their job, but that's the reality of the beast. And depending on what happens in the draft, you may look and say, you know what, we got a stud tackle that we got drafted, or a stud guard, and we moved Connor Williams to guard, and we've got the next guy that's going to play guard for the next 10 years. And then you look at somebody like La'el Collins, where you can save $8.5 million if you let him go. You've got the same thing with Tyrone Crawford. If you end up signing a guy like Gerald McCoy, maybe you say, okay, Tyrone Crawford, we let you go, and you save $5.9 million. And the same thing now that you've got Randall Cobb, you look at Alan Hearns, and you say, I can save $5 million there. I'm not recommending, because these are guys that you want to hold on to. But you still have to look at it and say, am I better off holding on to this guy, or am I better to get somebody else who's an upgrade? And this, unfortunately, is how it's going to be here on out. The Cowboys are trying to get the best players that they can with the money that they have. And at some point, they're going to be looking for money elsewhere. Because $6 million right now, until they get these other deals done, it's not going to pay Dak. It's not going to pay Zeke. It's not going to pay Byron Jones. It's not going to pay D-Law. You have to start looking and evaluating of which of these guys are more valuable than others. And is there a cheaper replacement for these guys? So those guys out there that say I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, that we have $27 million, you don't have a clue as to what's going on with all the players that we've signed or re-signed. It's been a lot. The Cowboys have been busy, and they've been moving around and have actually acquired and done a lot for the money that they have. Compared to, say, the Washington Redskins that turned around and did an $84 million contract for Collins. The Cowboys have done a hell of a lot to improve their team with a lot less. So that's where we stand with that. So, I'm trying to get caught up with my videos here. Got a lot of work to do, and I got to tell you, I'm a proud father. Michael Anthony is supposed to be doing some live streams at home and stuff. He's working and growing his channel. Check him out. Joseph Hartley, thank goodness his wife's out of the hospital. He sent Michael some gear, so he's doing some unboxings and things today, and he's going to be doing some giveaways and things. And over there, slowly turn the camera. Over there. That's my daughter hard at work, doing YouTube and finding a way to make it. And I couldn't be prouder of my wonderful daughter. And she told me about 10 years ago, Dad, I'm moving to California. I was like, yeah, okay. Sure you are. But she busted her butt. She wouldn't take no. She worked at it every day. She still works hard at it every day. And she's realizing her dreams. And I couldn't be prouder. And that, my friends, every single one of us can do. If you can dream it, if you put full force behind it, you come up with a plan and you never give up, believe me, you can accomplish a lot of things. So as always, friends, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Only a few weeks away from the draft. A lot of work still to do. See you soon.